Your actions have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to Hitman 3 and the trending contracts. And today's contract, Triala by Vix, and the contract ID is currently up on the screen for anyone who wishes to have a go at it. And we are today located in Paris. So today's briefing, well, there isn't one, so we're just going to say that this group of individuals are planning a robbery and we must stop them using any means necessary. So today we have 5 targets available to us with no stipulations on how we go about dispatching them or what we wear whilst we do so we can have a bit of fun. So for today's challenge, we will be bringing with us 2 lethal syringes, one stored in the basement stairwell, the remote egmatic gas grenade in a briefcase, and our silenced pistol. And we'll be starting, as always, right at the very start. So right from the start and off the bat, we're going to make our way into the palace in front of us, and we are going to head down into the basement and collect up our second lethal syringe, and then we can move on to our targets. So straight in the front doors, around to the left and under the central staircase, and just inside the door here we will find our lethal syringe waiting for us. So with that in hand, we're going to make our way down the stairs here. Just be aware there is a makeup artist who comes through here, but we have missed him. He's just up ahead of us. So we're just going to casually walk through the locker room. There goes the makeup artist. And once he's cleared us, we can make our way down towards the wine cellar, which is just before the kitchens. Make our way through to the other side, and we're going to wait for the chef in the background to reach the cooker in the far corner before we make our way up to our target, the head chef, and jab him with our lethal syringe. So one target down. Our next target is a waiter, and if we go through the wine cellar once again on our way out and through the tasting room, we're going to pull out our silenced pistol, and we need to trigger a conversation between the 2 waiters on the other side of that door. The easiest way is to open the door, but just don't be spotted when you're doing it. So eventually that conversation will play out, and our target will make his way into this room, and he's going to go and stand in the corner briefly. And when he does, as you can see, our first victim has just been found. So 1 body found. It's an accident kill, so it doesn't matter. And 1 new body created. So we're going to hide this guy because obviously this is not an accident kill. He took 2 to the back of the head. So we're just going to hide his body in the crate provided here. And we're going to take his outfit so that we can get around a bit more of the ground floor. So we're also going to take this opportunity to retrieve our gas grenade from the briefcase and then replace it back into the briefcase, thus activating it. And from here we can now move on to target number 3, who is up on the ground floor, and we're going to make our way up via the kitchen stairs. I went round the long way just in case there was a guard on the way, but we got away with that one. So once we get up to the ground floor, we're going to select our second lethal syringe, and we have to time this quite carefully, as you can see people are walking past all the time, including Victor Novikov and his bodyguard. So we want to use the map here, make sure there's a little gap before anyone else passes, before we jab our tech guy here with the lethal syringe and quickly move away. So 3 targets down now, 2 more to go, and we're going to make our way out the side of the entrance where we show our invitation to the Yago guards, and around to the outdoor bar area, and right at the back of the gardens here we will find target number 4. So for this target we're going to use our gas grenade, so we're going to select our detonator, move in close to our target, and then detonate our gas grenade. That's going to make him very, very sick, and he's going to make his way to the bathrooms where we collect the Yago invitation. For the purposes of the video I am going to follow him. Be aware there is one enforcer who frequents this outer bar area, but you can use the crowd easily enough to avoid him. Or you can do what I normally would do, and I would run ahead of our victim here and wait outside the bathroom. So once we get to the bathroom, we get to kill our gentleman here with a cute little kitten. Who would have thought kittens were so deadly? So 4 targets now taken care of. We're going to retrieve our briefcase. Even though it's empty, we haven't quite finished with it. And we are now going to make our way back round to the rear of the palace, to where the helicopter is located. Just be aware of that enforcer guard. He's investigating why the gentleman got sick. Triggering the gas remote in the briefcase leaves a weapon signature behind, so someone will think they've spotted a gun and they will call for a guard. So once we get round to the rear of the palace, we're going to make our way into this shed here. You don't need to do this, but I'm going to select a propane cylinder and place it by the weapons locker there. Now what we're going to do here basically is we're going to get our guard to take the briefcase away. He will bring it to that weapons locker and we can then blow him up. But you don't have to blow him up. It does cause a lot of unwanted attention, but I just felt it was a lot better than shooting him in the back of the head. So once we get to the helicopter area, stay off the grass, that is a trespassing zone. We're going to take our briefcase and we're going to throw it as close as we can to the guard who's actually guarding the helicopter. That is our target. Now eventually he will realise that there's a briefcase laying on the grass. He can't quite see it for some reason, but when he goes back into his normal position he will then spot it. He will then take that briefcase to the shed where we've set up our propane cylinder, and he will then promptly wish he hadn't. So he has now spotted the briefcase. He's now going to move away, and he's going to take that around to the front of the shed area. We're going to duck in through the rear window. Just be aware there is a guard who patrols past this window. He's not around for me at the moment, so it's easy enough to get straight in, but he will be there when I trigger this explosion, which I didn't realise. You can just see him on the minimap coming now. So once our target enters into the room and the doors close behind him, we can then pull out our silenced pistol and give 2 taps to the propane cylinder. See, my plan was to just dive out the window, but the patrolling guard is right outside, so we're just going to wait for him to move off before we head back into the palace and down to the wine cellar exit. My favourite exit on Paris. It's the least guarded. So there we go, one more trending contract taken care of. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.